guys ever been on set and realized that you're missing a prop or a costume? I mean, honestly, that's been me. And I know that you've probably been in the same shoes. Today, we're actually gonna be talking about how to break down a script step by step, so you'll never have to face those last minute surprises again. I'm Luke Riether. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is part 3 of Shooting a Short Film Solo, a series where I'm gonna help you guys take your short film from a concept to creation without losing your sanity. Well, or your mind. Anyway, if you guys missed last week's episode, you can check it out by clicking the link in the description box below. And if you're into filmmaking stuff, well, hit that subscribe button because I drop new videos every single week to help you guys level up your skills. The first thing that we're going to be asking ourselves is, what is a script breakdown? It is the process of turning your script into basically a detailed checklist. It goes through everything you need to shoot the production, like props, costumes, locations, lighting setups, stunts, everything. Remember last week when we spoke about how the script is the blueprint?
The movie is a house, right? We got the script, which is the blueprint.
Yeah. So the script is a blueprint. Now this breakdown, I want you guys to think of it as the game plan. This helps you actually execute the blueprint. So why is it really important? Let me tell you. A script breakdown, it actually saves you time, money, stress, heartache. Forgetting a key prop or overlooking a location can throw your whole production into chaos. And I personally learned this the hard way when I forgot to prep for a key scene. And trust me, that kind of stress is avoidable with the right preparation. And I actually made a video on that about me not being prepared for the set. I don't want you guys going through that, okay? Here's how you do it in 4 simple steps. Obviously, the first one is you're gonna read through the script and you're gonna familiarize yourself with the story and identify all the key elements you'll need. So next, we're gonna grab our highlighters and we're gonna get ready to highlight the script. And by the time we're done, it's gonna look like a pretty organized rainbow. Okay, so props, we're gonna highlight them yellow. Props are what makes your scenes pop. If your character needs a sword for an epic battle, you'll want to know that early on, so you're gonna highlight the sword. Of course, this script does not have that. I just got an idea. I want you guys to picture for a moment a cafe scene, right? A coffee shop, where someone might sip coffee from a sword instead of a mug. You know, if anyone creates this scene, I will personally give you guys a $50 gift card. Challenge accepted? Let me know in the comments. I would love to see this happen. All right, next let's talk about locations. We're gonna highlight those in green. We're gonna mark all the locations in the script so you can scout them, prep them, and figure out if you actually need permits or not. By the way, do you guys remember our first episode where we talked about using locations? You already basically had access
Technically, sometimes to get a permit, it could take up to like 30 to 45 days.
Yeah. Doing this, it actually saves money and avoids the headache of permits. If you already have access to them, you don't need to pay for them, right? For special effects, we're gonna highlight them. And you know, special effects, they need extra planning. Whether it's a CGI fireball or a stunt, marking these ensures you'll allocate enough time and the resources to its category, right? Here are some things that you guys got to think about when you're breaking down the script, and that's the elements. The first thing that we're going to be looking at is the slug line, or what we call the scene header. And it goes, what? Interior ice cream shop morning. Now, INT means interior, right? You'll need controlled lighting for an indoor shoot. And I want you guys to think about this because it takes time to set up lighting. You gotta think of a softbox or bounce lighting or whatever have you that you're gonna set up. Now, the next thing you guys gotta think about is the ice cream shop. I mean, you gotta define the vibe with all the props like cones, napkins, and maybe a vintage ice cream shop. And you know, that could take time for setup if you don't already have it available. And since we're using a restaurant already opened, it has a lot of the props that we can use. All right, and lastly, what we gotta think about is the time of day, which is on the slug line, and it says morning. Now we're gonna aim for a warm, soft morning glow, like natural light, or even blue hour might work good for this as well. But we're going for more of apocalyptic theme, so we want it on the cooler tones. We're breaking it down like this just to help us visualize what we're gonna need. And it just keeps everything organized, right? Right. All right, so final tips here. We're gonna check for subtext. And like I spoke last week, subtext is beautiful. But one thing you gotta look out for is unspoken details in the script that might affect the mood or the tone of the scene. You got to share the plan also and make sure that your cast and crew have access to the breakdowns. And lastly, we got to be flexible. Even the best plans can change, so you got to stay adaptable on set. You got to be a problem solver is what I like to say. Quick shout out to Final Draft. It is actually my go-to script writing software for organizing breakdowns. Oh, and heads up, I'm giving away a copy of Final Draft. Are you ready for this? I am. To enter, all you have to do is head to the link in the description, fill out the form, and boom, you're in. I'll announce the winner on December 16th, so you don't have to miss it. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and that's a wrap for today. So don't forget to subscribe for more filmmaking tips, and remember, practice and create. We'll see you in the next one.